This show is brought to you by NMDC Group.
Moody's downgrades Egypt deeper into junk territory, and oil sees its sharpest weekly drop since March. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. Moody's has downgraded Egypt's credit rating by a notch to Caa1 from B3, citing the country's worsening debt affordability. Egypt has been facing an economic crisis with record inflation, a chronic foreign currency shortage, and a borrowing spree over the last 8 years. Moody's says it expects asset sale proceeds at the central bank to help restore the economy's foreign currency liquidity buffer. It placed Egypt's outlook at stable, as it expects Egypt will have continued access to official financial support from the IMF. The World Bank has lowered its growth projections for MENA economies to 1.9% in 2023 from 3% in April and 6% last year. It cites oil production cuts, tight global financial conditions, and high inflation. The real GDP growth of oil exporting countries in the GCC is expected to decline significantly from 7.3% in 2022 to 1% this year. The fall is attributed to lower oil production and reduced oil prices. Oil prices are on track for their sharpest weekly decline since March, as a U.S. bond market sell-off sparks concerns of a global economic slowdown and worries about a sharp fall in fuel demand. Both benchmarks had surged to 2023 highs last week, but Brent has dropped 11.6% and WTI by about 9% this week. Bond investors' rising concerns around government spending and a ballooning budget deficit in the U.S. are contributing to a steep sell-off. The UAE has commenced operations of its first utility-scale wind project. The Masdar project can power 23,000 homes and will displace 120,000 tons of carbon dioxide annually. Built across 4 locations, their combined capacity is 103.5 megawatts. The wind farms are located in Abu Dhabi's Delma Island, Al Sila, and Sri Bani Yas Island, and Fujairah's Al Hala. The UAE's grid is powered by a mix of generation sources, including solar, nuclear, and waste-to-energy plants. Abu Dhabi-based Ethmar International Holding has acquired a majority stake in BHM Capital Financial Services. The size and value of the transaction weren't revealed. Ethmar says the acquisition is part of its strategy to diversify and expand its investments, especially in the financial services sector. It will provide BHM Capital with the opportunity to offer more integrated financial services and expand its business to include new markets. BHM is a private joint stock company listed on the DFM. ChatGPT creator OpenAI is reportedly exploring making its own AI chips. Since at least last year, it discussed various options to solve the shortage of expensive AI chips that OpenAI relies on. These options include building its own AI chip, working more closely with other chip makers, including NVIDIA, and also diversifying its suppliers beyond NVIDIA. NVIDIA controls more than 80% of the global market for the chips best suited to run AI applications. And Elon Musk is being sued by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, which is trying to compel him to testify as part of a probe into his Twitter takeover. The investigation concerns whether Musk broke federal securities laws in 2022 when he bought stock in Twitter. The SEC says it subpoenaed Musk, required him to provide testimony, and Musk agreed to appear, but then decided not to. Musk says the SEC is trying to harass him. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
This show is brought to you by NMDC Group.